This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Numerous enthusiasts of timepieces have been buying luxury watches over an extended period, acquiring a substantial number of high-end luxury wristwatches along the way. There are many reasons why people buy luxury watches. Luxury watches are known for their exquisite craftsmanship and mindfulness. They are often made with high-quality materials, such as precious metals and gemstones, and assembled by hand by skilled watchmakers. This level of craftsmanship results in a watch that is both durable and beautiful. Luxury watches can also be seen as investments. Some brands and models of luxury watches hold their value well over time, and some can even increase in value. This makes them a worthwhile investment for people who are looking for a way to grow their wealth. There are also some more specific reasons why people might buy a luxury watch. For example, some people buy luxury watches to commemorate special occasions, such as graduation, wedding, or retirement. Others buy luxury watches as a hobby or passion. They enjoy learning about the history and mechanics of watches, and they appreciate the beauty and craftsmanship of luxury timepieces. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will take a different turn and discuss some of the reasons why it is not worth buying luxury watches anymore. Keep in mind that the decision of whether to buy a luxury watch is a personal one. There is no right or wrong answer, and everyone has their reasons for buying or not buying a luxury watch. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay informed about our future videos. Reason number 1. The cost of luxury watches has been rising dramatically, and they are becoming increasingly pricey. To illustrate this, consider the iconic Rolex Submariner, which was initially priced at $125 when it was introduced in 1953. Adjusted for inflation, this would equate to $1,300 to $1,400 in today's currency. However, the Submariner does not come close to costing that amount, not even triple that amount. This timepiece will set you back a staggering $9,100, which is 7 times higher than what one might expect it to cost. Is it worth such an investment? Certainly not, especially when you consider the significant price spikes observed in the Submariner over the past 4 years. In 2021, the price surged by approximately 10.5%. While some of this increase can be attributed to the Swiss franc's strength against other weakening currencies, it is evident that Swiss watches, once regarded as well-crafted tools, have increasingly transitioned into the realm of luxury goods, which is a comprehensible shift. The rapid hike in prices over a brief time is simply excessive. Consequently, these luxury watches are not generating a sufficient return on investment to capture their interest. Naturally, there is always the resale value argument to consider. However, it is essential to factor in the servicing costs as well. If you own a $10,000 watch and have it serviced once, the total cost rises to $11,000. If you sell it for $10,000, you incur a loss. This brings us to the next reason, which is the concept of diminishing returns. You can find incredibly impressive technical watches that are truly outstanding, priced at around $2,000 or at most $3,000, for instance. Why invest in a $10,000 Rolex when you are primarily paying for the brand name? Many would argue that brand recognition holds significant value, especially in luxury items like watches. However, this perspective varies depending on your viewpoint, whether you intend to resell the watch, and the prevailing market sentiment. Notably, the prices of used watches are beginning to decline, diminishing the strength of resale arguments over time. To continue, the third reason is that there are all the wonderful entry or mid-level alternatives you have that are like a hidden treasure trove of horological delights. There are so many amazing watches to choose from, all at a price that is much easier on the wallet than a luxury watch. Whether you are looking for a classic dress watch, a rugged field watch, or a sporty dive watch, you are sure to find the perfect one in this category. There are excellent alternatives available at significantly lower price points. For instance, you can consider the homage route. By doing so, you can acquire watches like a Saint Martin for $200 to $300, and they are exceptionally well crafted, even on par with Rolex in terms of finishing. Occasionally, brands like Seiko, for instance, produce watches that are as impressive as many luxury Swiss brands. Seiko handles all aspects of watchmaking in-house and possesses a remarkable level of expertise. Moving forward, the fourth reason is that the cost of servicing is becoming expensive. The cost of maintaining these watches, such as a basic Rolex with functions like hour, minute, and date display, can amount to around $800 for a single service. If you happen to own multiple watches, you can easily calculate the substantial long-term cost. It is worth noting that not everyone chooses to service their watches, and we are not here to pass judgment on whether that is a good or difficult decision. However, if something were to go wrong with a watch and you need repairs, the charges could be significant. Additionally, when you send your watch for service, it might take several months to get it back, and the cost can be uncertain. Furthermore, it is important to mention that when Rolex performs repairs, they typically do not return the replaced parts to you, even though legally they belong to you. Rolex tends to retain these replaced components. This is a reasonable stance because these items hold substantial value, and they would not want to witness them being resold on platforms like eBay. Their brand influence is so significant that they have the authority to enforce this policy without facing objections. Our last reason is considering the lower enjoyment to price ratio. In the realm of this hobby, is a $7,000 or $10,000 watch going to provide significantly more satisfaction than a $300, $400, or $500 watch? Many people own both expensive watches and very affordable ones, and at times, the most basic watches have brought us immense joy. It boils down to assessing the balance between the enjoyment you derive and the price you pay. The higher this ratio is, the more valuable a watch appears to you. In most of the time, at least recently, this ratio tends to be much higher for more affordable watches. Why is that? Well, it is because there is a sense of unease associated with wearing expensive watches, particularly in places where there is a risk of robbery, like in many cities around the world. For instance, if you are wearing a watch from brands like Rolex or Patek Philippe and you are not in a very safe location, you might constantly worry about the possibility of being targeted for theft. Many people can attest that this fear has significantly diminished the joy of wearing such watches for some. When you have an expensive watch on your wrist, there is a big tendency for you to become overly cautious and reluctant to take it out in public due to the prevalence of stories about aggressive muggings, especially in major cities. This fear has eroded the pleasure of owning and wearing these watches to the point where to seldom wear them. They mostly remain in a bank safe 95% of the time. So, is it genuinely worth it? Well, many people can say they are unsure at this point. Some people kept these watches as assets because their prices have been steadily increasing. However, if their value starts to decline or if it requires funds for another project, you may not hesitate to sell those to which you are less emotionally attached. That all boils down to the 5 reasons why some people are choosing not to buy luxury watches anymore. If you are considering buying a luxury watch, it is important to weigh all the pros and cons carefully. Consider your budget, your needs, and your personal preferences before deciding. The situation may evolve with time and shifting circumstances. So, if this video has provided any value to you at all, we would love to see your comments and opinions about your experiences in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.